Tuesday. I made it before 11 o'clock. All right, so let's get plugged in so we don't die. Good morning. Good morning. All right. I don't have a whole lot to talk about today, so I think it's just going to be a quick one. How is everybody today? My computer's not about it. My computer's having a Monday. Let's see. Oh, thank you for the purchase and the buy it now. As many of you know, when I do coffee chats, I try to fill the buy it now with items from around the marketplace. So your purchases go to supporting our sellers. All right, give me 1 second to get over to our notes. It's weird. Let me refresh. Okay, I have to get over to YouTube real quick. I'm going to turn this over to subscribers only. For those of you who are out there on Facebook or YouTube, today we were talking about Niknax. That's Niknax.net. That is my e-commerce marketplace that is powered by District. So we have multi-day auctions, we have live selling, we have buy it now listings. You can find us at niknax.net. This is where we are located. We have over 50,000 members. We have over 5,200 sellers. Oh, it sounds like Gunner's here today. And we're growing really fast, so we'd love to have you come on over and join us. Let me get us over to subscribers only, and then we will get started. We've got it all, and we'd love to have you. So let me see content. Sorry, I'm moving a little slow today. Two years. See, okay. Christina, I don't know if you sent the notes, but I don't have them. I don't know if you're out there. I do not have any notes. Oh, there they are. Okay, cool. They just came through. Okay. All right. So, we're just gonna dive right in. Oh yeah, you know what? Let me add the coffee in. All right. Alrighty. And all right, I think we should be all set there. All right, now we have coffee in the buy now. I don't know if it's that nice. I kind of regret not grabbing a sweatshirt going out this morning. All right, so we currently have 50,166 members. That's 237 new members since last week. So welcome to all of our new members. It's wonderful to have you here. If you're new here, please take a moment to check out our chat channels. Take a moment to introduce yourself in the community chat. Let us know what you collect. Let us know a little bit about yourself. That's what makes Niknax so great, is that we are all about community. And yes, we did break 50,000. We talked about that last week. We were so close. And we did break that 50,000 mark, which is really kind of exciting. We've been trying to get there for a while because the homepage rounds up. So we've seen 50,000 for a while, but we did finally break that. So now we're over. Well, I guess it rounds to the nearest. So now we're at 50,000, but we're just a little bit over it. So that's pretty exciting. So now onward and upward, as they say. We have 70 new sellers. So welcome to all of our new sellers. I went on a little approval spree. Hey, Connor. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, Shelby. Hi, bud. Gunner's here to tell you want to say hi to everybody. And he's like, maybe. Oh yes, I do want to say hi to everybody. Oh, you're in trouble. Mom locked him in the shipping room. Yeah, for sure. He just got here. He's always excited. So, yes, so 70 new sellers. Congratulations. Welcome to all of our new sellers. It's great to have you here. If you are a new seller and you would like to go live, you can always look under the Get Started chat channel. Well, I guess it's like a little collapsible thing. You can look under there and you can find onboarding if you'd like to go live. We had a ton of applications from Whatnot sellers. So I imagine a lot of those sellers are interested in going live here on Niknax. So if you would like to go live, that is where you can find your onboarding. And it's not like you have to apply to go live. It's not like you have to get permission to go live. It's just basically learning the buttons to press because it is different from Whatnot. So you do have to kind of learn how to go live and what buttons to press and all that. But once you get it, you got it. I would encourage you to do that. Don't be like Nathan. Although you figured it out. So we currently have 117,000 listings. Oh yeah, we stood strong with the AWS outage yesterday. We sure did. We currently have 117,000 listings. That includes buy it now, live selling, multi-day auction, all of the listings. We have over 117,000. That fluctuates. That definitely fluctuates based on whether people are going away, whether people are adding. It just kind of hovers a little bit. But we are currently at 100. So that means go and browse the marketplace. Go and browse the marketplace, do a search. I always encourage you guys to use the search bar on Niknax.net, not on district, because if you're searching district, you're searching all of district. And different marketplaces have different rules. They have different guidelines. They have different owners that feel different ways about how things should be run. We are pretty strict on our guidelines and looking out for our buyers and sellers. So if you're searching Niknax, you kind of fall under our protections as far as buyer and seller guidelines. So make sure if you're intending to search on Niknax that you are searching on Niknax.net. So a few things to get. See, you threw me off with a little pink bow because it looks red on my computer, and I was like, wait, what? I got it though. So last weekend, this past weekend, we had our breast cancer awareness event, and it was amazing. It was amazing. So it was Sunday that we did that, on Sunday, and the way we kind of ran it was that I basically decided to donate my percentage of the marketplace fees to Susan Komen. So instead of the usual, so basically when sellers pay 10% of their fees, that's 5% to district, 5% to me. But on that day, I was like, you know what? I'm going to waive my 5%, and that 5% is going to go towards Susan Komen. So the sellers weren't really losing out on anything more than normal. And I thought that was a really great way to support Susan Komen. I know a lot of sellers went above and beyond that and donated more than that 5%, which I thought was absolutely amazing. But in total, and this is rough because I don't know if this is like exact, but my dashboard is showing me about 1,100 was raised from the 5%. So that's in my dashboard. And like I said, I don't know how those numbers are calculated, but it's showing about 1,100. Now, that does not include sellers who went above and beyond. Yes, it is live. It is live. So that does not include sellers who went above and beyond and then donated an additional proceeds. That does not include the train that we had on Saturday, where sellers also donated a percentage of their sales. I also have Cernifus running currently. and that is at $300. I'll show you right here. So that is going to be my contribution, and this is ending on Sunday. So this is ending on Sunday, and it's currently at 300. This is the Sir Nefis, and we are selling this in honor of my mom. And it's going to he's going to go live with somebody new. So I'm currently sitting at 300, and hopefully he goes to a good home. But he's just hanging out in the light box for now. And I think he's ending on Sunday evening around 9 o'clock Eastern. Don't quote me on that. But that gives, I think, about 5 more days. So that's kind of how what I'm selling, I guess. I didn't go live on Sunday because I don't pay 5%. So I wouldn't necessarily, and I didn't really want to distract from our sellers that we did have going live that day. So that's kind of my way of donating. So I appreciate all of you who did participate. All of you who went live, who posted to social media, and went above and beyond by donating. It was an amazing event. Yes, it does. It says Sir Nefis. Yeah, somebody made that for me, but I thought about keeping it, but I thought that it really just needs to stay with him. So there you have it. So I'll let you guys know the total after Sir Nefis sells, and we have an accurate total, because like I said, I don't know exactly if the dashboard is completely accurate, but I'll give you guys an exact total when all is said and done. All right. So back to notes. A few fun things to get us started. We always go through our days. Clean up your virtual desktop day. That's a big one. That would probably take me a couple days. I don't know if I can limit that to one day, because if anyone's ever seen my like, I have the whole desktop full, and then I have like overlapping files on top of that. I don't know if anyone else has that problem. It's like it's like the whole desktop, and then you have the ones that are overlapping. Yeah, I don't know if I can. For me, it would be like a week. It would be a week of celebrating that one. So for those of you who would just have like a minor problem with that, I know I literally, not only do I have all the tabs open, I have multiple windows open with all the tabs, to the point where like my whole computer is bogged down. And yeah, I was just thinking about that yesterday, and I was like, I it's a blessing and a curse, because I get multiple things done at the same time, because I can work on multiple things at the same time, not just on my computer, but in my real life. But it's a thing, right? I could not. I think type A and type B, isn't that like how it is? But anyway, count your buttons day. Count your buttons day. What does that even mean? Oh, like actual, but that's. Do you realize how? Okay, so we're actually gonna put this into practice right now. I'm gonna get you guys. We're gonna start counting buttons right now. All right, we're gonna start counting my buttons, guys. So, in honor of Count Your Buttons Day, we're gonna start with these 2 jars, and then we're gonna get into the big jar. Okay? Just kidding. I have a button addiction. A little bit of a button addiction. That's just the little jars. And then I have the big jar. I love buttons so much. I love jars of buttons. And I think it's because my mom used to have the tins of buttons, and I used to go through them as a kid. And so now I don't even have any use for the buttons. But I just see buttons, and I'm like, I need the buttons. All right. So Christina is encouraging us to search the buttons on Niknax. Apparently we have buttons on Niknax. So let's do a little search real quick. Here we go. All right, let's search for buttons. That's actually, when I'm metal detecting, one of my favorite things to dig is, in fact, buttons. Oh, look, we've got Daisy and buttons. We've got a whole jar of buttons. Speaking of jars of buttons, oh, these are fun. Here you go. Button bouquets. We love our button bouquets, don't we? Shirts with buttons. I love button bouquets. They're so fun. They're so creative too. These ones have the flowers. Oh, Niknax button. So there you have it. You can find all of your button needs on Niknax.net. Go out and find some buttons today. Oh, today is National Apple Day. Isn't that fun? I thought every day was Apple Day. Every day is Apple Day in our house. We love apples. Laurel's constantly going out to the trees and picking apples. Even like way back in, I don't know, like June, when they like first start to form on the tree, she's out there and she's picking apples and eating them. And she always gets an upset stomach, but it does not stop her. I'm like, oh, it's ADHD Awareness Month? That makes sense. That's every month for me. National Pumpkin Cheesecake Day. I am down for that. Let's celebrate that day. Oh, sorry, I'm doing the weird double jointed thing that creeps people out. Sorry. National Pumpkin Cheesecake Day. I can get behind that. Actually, that sounds like a really good lunch plan. I'm down for that. I think I just decided what I'm having for lunch. I don't like dessert, but I'll eat cheesecake all day. Okay, this is the part where I say, please save your questions until the end, because otherwise I will get distracted and we'll never finish this. And we don't have a whole lot to talk about today. Thai place? Ooh, are we talking about the Thai place? I love the Thai place. How did we get on that subject? Oh, that was a question. Save the questions till the end, remember? I'll get off subject. Do they have pumpkin cheesecake? There we go again. See? All right, let's see. We have no important updates to report today. But always be looking for updates and make sure that your app is updated. We always say that. So always be checking the App Store, especially if your phone does not auto update, even though it's supposed to. And if you're not sure if your phone is updated, you can just go to your App Store. I just type in district and it'll bring up the app. And if you're not updated, it will say update available. And then that's where you can update. I always say you should be on 3.0.4. I don't even know how to check what version you're on, but that's the version you should be on. We have no shipping updates on Canada shipping. District will send an email when we have information. That's a Shippo thing. That is 100% Shippo, and I'm not a fan of that. And I've trust me, I've voiced that very loudly. And there's nothing that neither I or district can do. And actually, I've had Shippo in my DMs, and I'm about to hit them up and be like, "Hey guys, what's the deal?" That's my next step. That's my next step, is to just hit up Shippo directly and be like, "Hey, what's going on?" Because I'd like some information directly from them to find out what's going on. Username and display names. We talked about those before. And it's kind of a weird thing because a lot of the times people have a different username and a different display name. And I don't even know if I have different username and display name. Let's see, profile. I do, actually. I have Crazy Lamp Lady as one, and then Jocelyn Crazy Lamp Lady as the other. I don't know how they show up. It's kind of weird because when you at somebody, it's different than what they display as. We do kind of encourage people to have the same for both. I feel like maybe I'm the exception because everybody knows me as Crazy Lamp Lady. But that way, when people are tagging you, it's easy to find you or know who you are, if that makes sense. Because sometimes if you have different names, they'll see you as one and then they'll get confused and be like, wait, who's that? Another thing about usernames, and we've talked about this before, as far as username goes, I think it's in our guidelines. Usernames. We have a rule against using Niknax in your, like Niknax in your username, specifically because we've had scammers create usernames that are like Niknax support that are obviously not Niknax, and they'll create usernames based around Niknax just to try to scam people. So we're kind of we're wary of people using Niknax in their usernames, just because of that, and that creating confusion, or people, I know scammers suck. So we have a specific section here under additional community guidelines. Username and profile content. When creating a username and profile, you must abide by the marketplace guidelines and policies. We will ban members with usernames or profile content containing content that is explicit, harassing, violent, hateful, impersonating, and otherwise promotes illegal activity or violates our policies. So what that means is that if you have a username that is any of those things, explicit, harassing, violent, hateful, impersonating, or otherwise promotes illegal activity or violates our policies, you will be banned. So we had an incident during my sale the other day where I banned somebody, and they did send me a message after the fact. I guess it's a username on Whatnot that carried over. I need to follow up with them because they didn't see a problem with it. And here on Niknax, it's an issue. Over on Whatnot, it wouldn't be an issue. We're going to talk a little bit about that, the differences between Niknax and Whatnot, specifically because we've had a lot of people from Whatnot joining, and there are some key differences between Niknax and Whatnot that makes Niknax so awesome. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, but be thoughtful about creating your usernames, because if they're inappropriate, if they cause pause from the seller reading your name and being like, wait, what? Then it's probably not a good username. If it's inappropriate in any way and it causes the seller or people in the chat to be like, wait, what is that? It's probably not the username that you should be using. And I will either send you a message, Corn, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's just something to think about. And it is in our guidelines. It's been in our guidelines, I think, since the beginning. And that's why the reaction was to ban, because that's what it says in the guidelines. You're going to get booted. Okay. Same goes with the profile pictures. Senses and comedy. Truth. That is very true. Charity shows and raising money. Please remember that you need to get approval for that. Let us know if you're going to be doing that. We just need to be aware more than anything. We talked about this last week. The reason for that is because I don't want anyone saying, hey, I'm raising money for this cause, right? And they raise a bunch of money and then come to find out they don't ever donate the money. I don't want that coming out. Oh, wait, so-and-so was raising money on Niknax and the money never got donated. That's not a good look for me, for Niknax, for anyone selling on Niknax. We don't want that ever happening here. And so it's really important for us to know so that we can hold sellers accountable. And so if you are having a charity, just let us know, so that we know. And so if somebody does come to us and they're like, hey, I was in a sale and, this person said they were raising money, we can be like, oh yeah, they reached out to us. They sent us the receipt. It's all good. It's all, and that's the other thing is if you do reach out to us and you are having a charity and you're raising money, we expect a receipt from the charity that you have donated the money. We might even follow up with the charity. If something just doesn't feel right, we might hit up the charity and be like, hey, did you receive a donation from this person? So none of those AI charity receipts or anything like that, because I will find out. I know everything. So yeah, there you go. You will, if you would like to run a charity, you need to email community@niknax.net. And after you get the approval, you will receive an email with the steps from us on how to execute the event. Like if especially if you want to run an event, if you want to run a train, like we will give you the steps to do that. If you just want to like get on and do a live yourself, I mean that's pretty straightforward. But if you want to run an event, we can help you through those steps. So there you go. Oh, okay. Low key promoting. Okay, this is I think. All right. This is the part where I talk about how Niknax is different than whatnot. So when I founded Niknax, it was really important to me that Niknax was different from whatnot. Really important. I'm not a fan of whatnot, obviously. Not a fan of the direction it's gone. Not a fan of the direction it was going when I left. Just not a fan. It just feels icky to me. Sorry, I know a lot of you still sell there. A lot of you are still a fan of whatnot, but it just feels icky to me. I love Niknax. I love the people here. I love the positive vibes. I love everything about Niknax, everything that it is. I love that we don't have people coming in demanding giveaways. I love that we all support one another. It's such a good feeling being in the shows, just hanging out with your friends, and new people come in and everyone's like, hey, welcome to Niknax. Like it's such good vibes. Most of the time. I mean, we do have a few issues here and there. Of course. I mean, of course we're going to have issues here and there. Lately, we've been getting a lot of people coming over from whatnot, and I feel like it's really important to reestablish the fact that we aren't whatnot. And as we have people coming over from whatnot, we need to make sure that we remember that we are different from them, and we do not have giveaways. We do not. I mean, I forget what they do over there because it's been so long. No self-promoting in sales. You don't come in and you don't like, hey, can I promote my show? By asking if you can promote your show, you're promoting your show. We don't do that here. There's no self-promotion. What else do they do over there? I know they do the giveaways. Shoot. That's how long it's been. Isn't that crazy? Oh, shoot. Yeah, we don't have those behaviors here. We don't have the negative behaviors. We don't have the guilting. We don't we don't have guilting people. We don't have tips. Yeah, we don't do tips. We don't do the gift card thing. That's not a thing. If you want to support a seller, you support them by purchasing from Bid It Up Chat. Oh yeah, the Bid It Up Chat. Please never if I hear Bid It Up Chat, I am banning you from Niknax. I swear to gosh, I am banning you immediately. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not banning you immediately, but please don't ever say that. in my next sale, I'm gonna slip that in. Everyone's gonna be like, everyone who wasn't in copy chat is gonna be like, what did she just say? Oh man. Yeah, no, I'm definitely slipping that into my next sale. I'm gonna be like, Bid It Up Chat. Hey guys, come on, bid it up. That's too low. Come on, chat. You're killing me, chat. Come on. Yeah, I'm going there, guys. I'm gonna run my next sale like a whatnot sale. I'm gonna see what everyone says. I'm just gonna run it like a whatnot sale and see what happens. All right, next we're gonna give away this gift card, but you guys gotta pay $50 for it. But I'm gonna give it away. Wake up! Oh man. And then I'm gonna sell these Nikes right here. These Nikes, they're legit. These Nikes right here. Don't you see the swoosh? You can't really see it that far away, but it's here, guys. The Nike swoosh is right here. It's on the bottom. I'm not going to show you the bottom, but these are legit. I got them from Cool Kicks right here on Whatnot. All right, I'm done. That was my skip for the day. I could keep going, but I'm just going to stop right there because that's too much. Anyway, my point is we're not Whatnot. We will never be Whatnot. And that's the way I like it. That's the way I like it. I want us to be different. I want us to be known for being different. I want us to be family friendly, positive, and all the things. Now, all of that being said, I also want us to grow in different directions. And I know that lately, maybe we've had like some growing pains where people are resistant to change. But my goal for Niknax is to grow in all directions. Like gradually, but to grow in all directions beyond just glass and pottery and jewelry, clothing, handmade. I want to grow in all directions with our core principles in mind. All right. So I just like our core principles need to stay at the center of what we are as Niknax. I know not all Whatnot sellers are bad. I know that. I know not all Whatnot sellers are bad. And I will say that 100%. I know that. I know that unfortunately there are some bad apples over there. And we don't let the bad apples over here. I hope if we have them, we kick them out. And I think that's also what separates us from them is that if we see that bad behavior, we take action. And I don't think that's always the case. I think there's too many. I think that there's allowed too many issues before action is taken. Whereas here, it's like you get 3 strikes, you're out. I think that's another core difference. So, but there are good sellers over there. I agree. So yeah. What my goal for Niknax and what my goal always has been is to grow in different directions, and so we need to keep that in mind. we're gonna have a variety of sellers here, and we need to keep an open mind always. I've had a lot of luxury sellers applying. That makes me nervous, I will admit. If you're a luxury seller and you're waiting to get approved, I am very nervous about approving luxury sellers because there is so much fakes. There's so many fakes out there. So luxury does make me a little nervous. There's certain categories that do make me really nervous. But for the most part, I'm open to growing in all sorts of directions on Niknax. And the truth of the matter is, if you're not into that certain category of sales, if you're not into that certain category of stuff, you can always just not watch that sale and, oh, here's a jewelry sale. I love jewelry. So just keep that in mind. All right. So, yes. Oh, yes, I can remove anyone. But the problem is I have to prove that they are selling fakes. I don't remove sellers or buyers or anyone on Niknax unless I have proof. I will not remove anybody unless I have proof that they have broken guidelines. That's really important. Anyone who has ever been removed from Niknax, I have had proof that they have broken the guidelines. Usually more than once. And they've received a warning. So I've never just been like, I don't like this person, I'm going to remove them. I have always had proof to back up the action. And that's always been really important. So I can't have somebody say, oh, they're selling fakes. And then I'm like, oh, okay, let's ban them. No, I would need to have proof that somebody was in fact selling fakes. Ask Christina. I need to go find my Sherlock Holmes cup where I don't know where that is. She always jokes that I have to get my Sherlock Holmes pipe out because I'm like, all right, let's look at the evidence. We gotta find the evidence here. So there you go. All right. So that actually wasn't in the notes. I kind of just went off on a tangent. Sorry. That was a really wild tangent. I'm like showing you guys my shoes. That was the best tangent we've had in a while. Okay, that was not in the notes. There was nothing about my shoes here in the notes. Christina, you left that part out. I can't believe you forgot to put that in here. All right, let's see. Commenting in chats. Just be sure to watch. You're not wrong. Commenting in chats. When a conductor adds a link to when a conductor adds a link to a sign up, please do not make negative comments or complaints in the chat. If there is an issue, DM the conductor if something is wrong. I think that goes with anything. I mean, that's not just, a link. If somebody posts a link, that goes with anything. If you ever have an issue with somebody else, send them a message. Don't call them out publicly. That goes with anything at all. If you have an issue with somebody in a sale, send them a DM. Don't be like in the chat, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, and then like, yeah. I mean, just handle your business in DM. There's no reason for causing a public display. So if somebody posts something in a chat channel that you don't like, or you have an issue with something, just send a DM. Absolutely. So especially in this case, I guess, if there's a link for a train, complaining that you can't get in or it's not working, obviously that's some sort of technical issue, and it's really easy to do. I've done it before. I posted links and I've forgotten to switch the sharing over to anyone with a link. It's so easy to do. So it's just a quick like, hey, you forgot to switch this over. Friendly reminder, like, just easy peasy. Please no adding comments to the event thumbnail channel. It's for thumbnails only. That's very true. We have a whole channel for thumbnails, and thumbnails only. That way it doesn't get all cluttered up. So if you're looking for a specific thumbnail that's for a recent train, or a train that's soon to happen, you can just like scroll through, and it's usually pretty close to like right there. Pretty easy. Thank you to all who use the channels correctly and respectfully. Absolutely. I was just browsing through some of the channels today, and we appreciate all of you guys. We see lots of kindness and cheering on in the chats, and as always, I really appreciate all of you who are members here, who step up to help answer questions. In addition to our moderators and admins, it's always really nice to see our members stepping forward when the answer to a question, helping new members, helping even members who have been around a while who don't necessarily know how to do something. Just stepping forward and being like, hey, I know how to do that. Let me show you, or let me help you. That's again what makes Niknax so amazing, is all of our members just stepping up to help one another. Reminder that we have Carlisle Antique Fest info coming soon. LLC was finished last week. Bank account is opened. I have an email out to the organizers. We're getting the map, and then obviously we're going to be putting that into the software. The terms of service is going out to the attorney, and so then everything is done, and we'll be posting. Then we just have to write the application. So you can put your own fields for the application in. So the application is going to be finalized, and I'm hoping by next week we will have applications out for Carlisle Antique Fest. I hope it's next week. Fingers crossed. Sage is keeping me on a checklist. I'm thinking of getting a whiteboard, because she's like, well, do we have a checklist? And I'm like, it's all in here. She's like, she knows that that's not the best place for it. We probably need a whiteboard. We're going to probably get one. I know whiteboards are awesome. Yeah, I probably should get one of those. Anyway, we have new merch, stickers, buttons. Stickers and buttons. So if you're looking for those, you can actually find them in the chat channels under Get Started, and then there's merch and stickers. under there. Aren't the stickers great? It's Sticker Mule. I love the quality of their stickers. They have really, really good quality stickers. And I always order from them because they send me hot sauce. That's honestly, that's the reason. I could order from probably any company, but they send me hot sauce. And so I'm going to continue to order from them. There you go. All right. Notes. I lost my notes. Okay. Please remember, if you're having any technical issues, you gotta send an email to support@district.net. I get a lot of emails about technical issues, a lot of DMs about technical issues, and you have to email support@district.net for any technical issues. It just slows you down getting a response, getting your issue resolved if you are not sending emails to support@district.net, because it's going to take me a while to respond if you even get a response. And the response is going to be, you need to contact support@district.net. Fortunately, Sage and Shelby do monitor my inbox occasionally, and so they do occasionally respond like, hey, you might want to message support@district.net. But for any technical issues like financial stuff, issues with your account. One of the most common issues we find is that people will have an account associated with their email, and then they'll accidentally create an account with their phone number, and then they have two different accounts, and they can't figure out why they don't have their items or their orders because they have two different accounts. But that's something that support can help you with, help getting those accounts figured out, straightened out. We have community at Niknax.net that you guys can always reach out to. You may not always get a response, but we do see those emails. We do address them, especially if you're having issues with buyers or sellers, vice versa. I will send warnings. I do deal with emails that come through there. So you can always send any concerns to community@niknax.net. Reminder to check out the calendar of events, which is now located under Get Started. We have the calendar of events. Let's see here. So this Friday, here, let me turn this. Oops, sorry, making you guys dizzy. So today is Tuesday. Obviously, we have Groovy Train. Woohoo! Then we have the Art Hangout Train. We have Good Morning Train tomorrow. This weekend, we have our Meet Your Maker and our Handmade Market because it's 4th Friday. Newbie Train is this weekend. Fantastic. Excited for that. So the Newbie Train is fantastic. Elsie, the thrifting teacher, puts that on. And it's a great opportunity for anyone who is a little bit nervous about going live, wants to learn the ropes, learn how to press the buttons, what buttons to press. So that's a really good opportunity for that. And that's once a month. Florida 5 Train is happening on Sunday. Manic Monday next week. That's usually on Monday. Obviously, you can see it there. Groovy Train again. Mid-week Market Mini Train. That's every other Wednesday. And I'm excited for this one. Italian Pottery, Glass, and Jewelry. November 1st. So there you go. Groovy Train is kind of like a mix of all the things. It's all the things. It's just called the Groovy Train, but it can really be anything. It's mostly vintage. I think it's all vintage. It's vintage or groovy inspired things. It's just a fun train. I think it's one of our oldest running trains here on Niknax. But it's a great group of sellers, and it's every Monday. I'm sorry, every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. Every Tuesday. All right, let's see. The next big Niknax event is November 22nd and 23rd. We kind of had like a gap in between, didn't we? Like a little bit of a gap there. It's the 22nd and the 23rd. It will be a combo of all of our glass events. So it's basically a glass gallery. we're gonna say it's a glass gallery. It's a glass gallery, but we're encouraging you guys to bring your paperweights. We're encouraging you to bring your Fenton. We're encouraging you to bring the good stuff, and so let's just say it's a glass gallery. It's November 22nd and 23rd, just in time for the holidays. So that'll going to be a really good event. Make sure to have your notifications on for the announcements channel, because that's where stuff will be posted. And the interest sheet will not be posted until after Christina moves this weekend. So stay tuned. Christina is in the middle of a move. And so her life is a little hectic right now. So you guys just got to chill. But then the signups will be posted. But rule of thumb, source and curate anyway. If you do not get in the event, you can always do buy it now, multi-day auctions, co-sell with your friend, or just go live and have your own sale. All right. Not during the event. Not like, don't like be like, I'm selling all glass during the glass gallery. We don't do that. Remember? I mean, you can do like a vintage variety, but don't be like competing with the event. We say that a lot. But yeah, there you go. That's what we got for you guys. That's that's the notes for today. Shipping time 3 days versus made to order items. That's a good question. We don't really have any guidelines or policies on made to order. And that's something we should probably get together with district on, because that's going to affect the time shipped on your profile. So that's a really good question, actually. I'll write that down. Made to order. We'll just write time shipping. I don't know why I'm putting time shipping and not shipping time. I'll figure it out later. Yes, you're welcome. So Sir Nifis currently is multi-day auction. And unfortunately, you can't put multi-day auction in a live sale. It's one of the things that I've been asking for a while. I cannot put multi-day auction in here, but what you can do is you can go to my store and you should be able to see it in there, unfortunately. Or you can search Sir, that's a good one, Sir, in the Niknax search, and it should pop up. That's a really good idea. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't put multi-day auctions in live shows. And I've asked for it for a while. I'm sure it's somewhere on the list of things we've asked for, which is long, and it's probably just not a priority right now. I'm sure they have lots of priorities, and that's not one of them. It would be great. It would be really awesome. So that way you could like the ending or selling, you could be like, oh, and by the way, guys, I'm running some multi-day auctions if you want to take a peek, Yes, I need to add. Christina actually reminded me. She's like, have you promoted this anywhere besides Niknax? And I'm like, that's a good point. Yeah, I need to do that. Nifis on Facebook. Actually, I need to pin it on Facebook. I still have 5 days, so I'm going to do that. Can co-hosts have split screen? I don't know the answer to that because I have not co-hosted yet. I mean, I did, but not in a while. Not in a long time. I was going to co-host with Peter, but then he got busy and it didn't happen. There is not a link or on Jocelyn's page when I click her name here. Oh, I think it just opens my page. Oh, Picker Gem's question. Hi, is there a way to print out the Apple scan code? Oh, I think that Christina made that for me. I don't know how she got the scan code. That's a Christina question. Maybe, Christina, can you send that? Is there a way? I don't know. I don't know how that works. She's like, here's the QR code. And I'm like, cool. Where showing them? I'm so confused. Can you? That's awesome. Can you teach people again where to go to sign up for lives? Oh yeah, it's in the chat channels under Get Started. So you just go under Get Started. It's live sale onboarding. You click on that, and then it brings up Sienna's calendar, and she does 2 live sale onboardings a week, and you can just join one of those onboarding things. And like I said, it's not like you're applying to go live. Once you're a seller, you're a seller. Then you just decide whether or not you want to go live. You're not required to go live. You could just do buy it now listings. You can just do you can do multi-day auctions. You don't have to go live. But if you'd like to, you can go through the onboarding, and then you will learn to go like what? The voice? Am I doing the voice? I'm so confused. Is Christina doing the voice? Because I can't hear you. Oh. Bit weird. I know. That's what I'm struggling with. I'm like doing this. I'm like, I'm you. I'm so used to wearing black. I think that's my problem. I'm like, I'm always wearing black, and I'm like, why can't I see it today? I'm so. That's what it is. I usually wear black. Yes, that's what it is. I'm like, I'm not used to wearing cheerful colors. Hey, what? Too funny. It's too funny. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Wait, what do I have over here? Oh, Sienna just texted me, and she says that we raised $1,182 for Susan Komen on Sunday. And that was just that, like I said, that was about in that was in fees. So that was the 5%. So not including what sellers donated in addition to that, not including what Cernifis is going to sell for. So not including addition to that. So that's pretty awesome. That was just that was 5%. That's amazing. That's so exciting. It's pretty cool. So there you have it. Woohoo! Yay! Good job, guys. All right, now I'm gonna hold this like this. People are gonna come in there and be like, what is she doing? People watching out on the district homepage are like, why is she holding up a piece of paper? Oh man. I know. People out there are just like, what's she selling? She's selling a piece of paper? It does. It works really good, doesn't it? It actually looks pretty good. Cheerful colors, yeah. Run the paper. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start it at just $1, guys. So this is legit. This is a legit piece of paper. Come on, guys. Bid it up. Bid it up. Let me see. Come on. Come on, guys. Bid it up. Bid it up. Bid. Oh, shoot. No, that's when you have to go off screen. You have to go, come on, guys. Come on. Bid. Let's get Nike on the back, guys. Bid. If you know, you know. It's too low. I paid at least $500 for this, you guys. Oh, shoot. Does anyone have any more questions? We do not have an authentication policy, and this is something that I've actually tape it to me. I know it feels weird just holding it. It's something I've actually kind of chatted a little bit with Eddie about, And and I'm not really sure, and he's not really sure yet how it would be implemented. So that's kind of where we left it, is like, how would we implement that? And it's definitely worth more conversation as we experience more luxury sellers applying, I think. And it's an open conversation for sure. So something definitely worth revisiting. But I think that that's the direction it would have to go, is we would have to explore authentication before we would allow it on Niknax. Um, what would be considered a luxury sale? Anything luxury, like you're asking me about luxury brands? Uh, Louis Vuitton. Um, that's all I got. Chanel, Prada. Oh, that's right. Gucci. Um, yeah, Tiffany. I should just start naming all my sunglasses. Is really where I'm at as far as luxury. That's the extent of my luxury, is my sunglasses and my shoes, which are mostly just Nike. Purple paper. When is my next show? That's a good question. I don't think I'm going to be going live today, but possibly later this week, maybe on a Thursday. I'll just have to see how the week plays out. Oh, my setup? You want to see my setup? Yeah, I can show you my setup. I'll show you my setup before I sign off. Just don't let me forget, because I will. I'll get so distracted. I'll be like, you just want me to try to pronounce those words, and I'm not falling for it. Okay. Juliet's surgery. So she has to decide which procedure she wants to go with, whether she wants to do the what is it called? Now I can't remember it. The injection into her knee, or if she wants to just cut it out. I can't remember. I don't. I'm on this. I'm on this medication that literally makes me forget words. I don't know if you, I've never said anything about it, but it literally makes me forget. That's why we play charades all the time, because I forget words. I know the word, but I just can't remember the word. And I can't remember the word, but it's an injection that goes into her knee, and that's gonna drive me nuts. Yeah, and it basically dissolves it. No, no, I'll think of it. It's a really long surgical medical word. Um, oh my god. Yeah, no, it's not cortisone. It's a really long surgery. I'm just gonna put this down. So it's either that, but basically when they inject it, it could risk getting into her oxygen, into her veins, and then it basically affects her oxygen, and then it goes into her lungs possibly, and it could like kill her oxygen level. It like kills your, I don't know, and it could affect her oxygen levels, and it could hurt her that way. Or she could just get it cut out, and she's leaning towards just traditional surgery where they would just cut it out. But she has to decide that, and that I'm leaving that decision up to her. But the doctor who would perform the surgery at the cancer center is on paternity leave until the beginning of next year, which works out because she's been asking if she can play basketball this season. And I told her, as long as she feels comfortable and she wants to play basketball, then that is fine. Sclerotherapy. It's called sclerotherapy. As long as she's comfortable with it, I was like, okay, then you can do that. Let's see. Remember question. How do you find Buy It Now store? So you should, if you're in your store, you should be able to share a link to your store. There should be like a little link there, and you can click on the link. Okay, all my comments just basically disappeared. It's so weird. There's like gaps in it now. Can you find where vendor is located to help determine? I don't know if it necessarily shows you where the vendor is located, but if you click on the item, it will show calculated shipping to you if the seller has chosen calculated shipping. Yes, yes, she has been medical. Yeah, yeah. Because I brought it up to the doctor, and the doctor was like, "Yeah, she's comfortable. She's cool. Yep, she's all set. She's cleared." Of course you can. Yeah, go for it. I mean, I don't think you need to, but if you feel like you must, you can DM me. Laurel, yeah, she stole the show with her little ghost costume, that's for sure. She was pretty funny. She's something else, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah, she was something. She got scariest costume at the costume party. She did. Oh, okay. I don't know, is she in here? That sounds like it was pretty harmless. Oh, no. I think I think that's fine. That's okay. I don't That's just normal. Oh, man. No. What are you gonna say? No, I wouldn't sweat it. I wouldn't sweat it. There is a way to get that link, and it would be opening your, there is a way to get it, and I can't off the top of my head think of it, but when you're in your profile, like when you're on your store, there is a way, there's like a little icon that you click on, and it'll give you the link directly to your store. Um, but I can't figure it out. Um, oh yeah, we do have a policy against non-payments. I've said it a million times before. This isn't Kmart. There's no layaway. If you are not paying for your items, that is a violation of our guidelines. I will send you a warning, and I will say you need to pay up with the seller. You have 24 hours to either respond to me with a good reason. Better be a good reason. Um, if I don't think it's good enough, I'll probably ban you. Um, or if it's a pattern, um, I'll probably ban you. So we did have an issue with somebody who's been banned twice, coming back on and doing it again, and I banned them again. Um, if I see a pattern in somebody not making their payments, you will be banned. All right. Um, there is no layaway here. It's not fair to our sellers. It's not fair to our sellers for a few reasons. First of all, if you are bidding against somebody else and you outbid that person and then you don't pay, that seller could have made a sale to the underbidder, and so they're out that money. And then you say, "Oh, can I pay you in 2 weeks?" No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. Um, and that seller has to then maybe wait for the money. Like, no, you need to pay when you're done. So yes, payments are automatic. You are correct. But the issue is if the card is declined. If the card is declined, the items go into the cart and then it tries to re 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 rerun it. So a lot of the times the card will be declined if somebody doesn't have the funds, and that's where we run into the issue. Is somebody does not have the funds, they shouldn't be on Niknax in the first place trying to buy things, and then that's the issue. Is when they don't have the funds and they're trying to buy stuff. That's 9 times out of 10 the issue. Usually when it's an accident, somebody put in the wrong card number, or they put it in the wrong card. Like they are like, oh my gosh, that was a card that I had from a year ago. I meant to put in this card. This is the correct number. They're able to fix it, or the bank rejects the payment and they can go back in, they can call the bank, fix it. It's all taken care of. But one of the issues that I've seen most often is they don't have the money to begin with, and then they're trying to buy things on Niknax. Um, and that's the case where I've had to ban people, is when they don't have the money and they're trying to buy stuff. So it has never been a case of, oh, I put in the wrong card, or I put in, the wrong number, or my bank rejected it. Like I don't think I've ever had to do anything about that. The case of people getting banned for failed payments has usually been that they don't have the money. So just don't be freaked out if you have a failed payment, then I'm going to come in and like, oh, you're banned from Niknax. That's not for it. It's usually because um, people don't. People just want layaway, and they're like, I get paid. My social security check comes in 2 weeks. Can I please use my money to pay for the things? And I'm like, no, you can't. You should put that money towards other things. Um, yeah. Oh, that's kind of cool. That is. Um, so I would say no. I think that would kind of fall under our spamming rules, the DMs. Yeah, that would be considered spamming. Um, I would encourage people who are in your show to follow you. Or yeah, definitely follow you. So that way when you go live, they get the notification and they could be like, oh, fantastic. You're going live. That's what I would do. I would definitely encourage them to follow you, so that they know when you're going live. Or, make sure that you have the show scheduled so you can be like, hey guys, I'm going live again on blah, blah, blah. And then they know that you're going live. And even on, this is something you guys can always say, be like, hey, make sure you put it in your calendar that I'm going live, so that makes people stop and think like, oh, I should pull out my calendar and put it in my phone real quick so I know they're going live. Because sometimes, people will pop into the end of my sale and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I missed that. I forgot. But if you put it in their head to put it in their calendar, then they're thinking about it. Okay, I will remind me of that, Christina, and I will fix it. How many buyers here open the host notes? That's a good question. Does anybody use the host notes? Why are we getting double notifications? I don't know. I would suggest that you send a message to support. I open my phone, and you know how like you have the little bubbles that say how many notifications you have in every app? My district app has, hang on, 15,734 notifications. That's a lot. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm getting double notifications or if that's just like one notification for every time somebody sells something or every time somebody goes live. It might just be, that's just probably a couple days, honestly. Yeah, that's probably just a couple days, because there's no way that's like lifetime. It probably resets every so often, because there's no way that that's like historically. But I've told you guys this before. I get a notification for every sale. I get a notification for every time somebody goes live. I get a notification for every time someone joins. I get a notification for every time somebody follows me. I I get a notification for everything. If somebody joins Niknax with a weird username, I get a notification, and I'm like, oh boy, who's this? I see everything. I have Apple. I know I can turn them off, but I don't. I mean, they're silenced, but I see them. I see them all the time. When I'm filming my phone on YouTube, because I show my phone sometimes, I have to angle my camera just down so that I'm not showing the notifications, because your sales, if you're a seller, are popping up on the top. And I don't want to be showing your sales on YouTube. So I have to angle it down ever so slightly so that your sales, as you're selling stuff, aren't like popping up at the top of my screen, because I don't want people seeing that you guys are like, oh, so and so just sold this for this much money, because that's what it comes up. It's like, so and so just sold this for this much money. So and so just like sold this. Like, you see on your phone when you sell something and it says you just sold something for this much money. I get that notification when you sell something. I'm like, oh, Fragile just sold this for this much money. I know when you sell stuff. And it's so cool. It's such a good feeling when you guys sell stuff too. I feel that. It's awesome. It brings me joy. It's pretty cool. It can get me all emotional. But anyway, so on that note, I'm going to end it, because I'm up in my feels today. So it was good hanging out with you guys today. Thank you for coming to Coffee Chat. Oh, show setup. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. Ready? Here. So you guys see me. All right, so this is what I got. Sage's dad built this for me. He did an awesome job. I've got 2 light boxes here. These are 32 inches. Ignore all the mess. You guys know it's a constant work in progress. I've got the white box here. I like having 2 boxes. It's a bit of an expense, but it's so worth it, because I have some items that look better on white and some that look better on black. And switching out the backgrounds constantly is such a pain. So it just makes so much more sense to have one of each. So I have white and then I have black. And I just switch back and forth between them. Currently, this one's not really working that well. It's like a whole thing. I switch the power cords between them to make the lights work. And then, of course, I have my work table here. And then a cart, which is really important. What's the oval thing on the floor? Oh, you mean Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs? That's not part of the setup. I guess the girls' setup is probably more realistic. We have another white box over here. And then the black box. These, I think, are 24. This is where the girls list. And then we have the cart. And then, of course, this guy, the computer, and then the shipping and operation is all in there. Yeah, that's that. What tripod do I use? Oh, this thing is stupid expensive and it's not worth the money. It's called a canvas. I think it was close to $200. I was like, oh my gosh, this thing is the coolest. And I got it, and I'm like, like it's I don't know if I might try to find something comparable if I could. But it was close to $200. I mean, it's cool if you could afford it. If you're like, oh, I just need to spend some money, I think I'm going to buy this thing. But honestly, you could probably find something comparable. Yeah. Yeah, I use the Rollo. I think that Gunner's pretty chill back there, so I'm not going to go back there and disturb him. Otherwise, I'd take you back and show you guys the printer and the computer and all the boxes and the paper and all that. But otherwise, he's going to be like, bah! Yeah. Yeah, I can talk about it. Accidental bids have been happening a lot, and they need to stop. Christina's voice is in my head. You guys are like, what? Where did that come from? She's in my head. So This has always been a problem. They happen. I get that. Uh, we do have accidental, but and they do happen. I mean, sometimes I've had them happen. I've had them happen before. I'm trying to swipe off, and I usually just own it, and I'm like, oh, I bought myself a cool salt and pepper shaker. But we have to be just remember to be mindful when you're holding the phone, when you have a sale open, to be watching and aware that you have the phone in your hand, that you are literally in a sale. I think sometimes people forget that they're like in a sale. I think that's common, that you just kind of forget, and you're not really thinking about it, and that's when it happens. But if you're there watching it actively, I think it's less likely to happen. Um, so just remember to be careful. And it's in our guidelines. The seller is never required to cancel. It is not their responsibility to cancel. A bid is binding. That is the rule. That is if the item is shipped, it's a done deal. But it's that's just how it is. Um, so please keep that in mind. All right. All right. Well, I'm gonna end it here. We are we are at. I'm sorry, I was reading. We are at 12:07, and I'm gonna pop off of here. And I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me today, and I will maybe see you guys later. Probably on Thursday. I was thinking of maybe putting a video out tonight, but we will see if I get through it. And yeah, all of you have a wonderful day. Don't forget that the Groovy Train is happening tonight. A wonderful group of sellers. And they do this every Tuesday night. Go to the post office. I think it's probably in the truck, is what I'm thinking it ended up. I think it's in the truck. And I have to get it out of the truck. By now, it probably smells like an ashtray. Wait, what am I waiting for? Wait? Wait for what? What are we waiting for? Oh, if anyone has a train coming up, please shout it out. Okay, there you go. Anybody? Bueller? Yes, we've got the Good Morning Niknax train tomorrow. That is a fun train. I was the conductor of that train for 1 week or two. And now Trish is taking it over, and she does an amazing job. Jeannie helped for a while as well. It's a great train. So that is tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning. Flower Train. Oh, yes, Flower Train. Hoppa's Hope Chest. The Flower Train. That's going to be so much fun. Florida 5. Yes, yes. Celebrations Train for sure. Lots of really fun stuff coming up, guys. And the trains are always. I like the themes. I don't know. There's something about a theme, a good theme. Canadian Sellers Trio every other Thursday evening. Awesome. My little ghost. That reminds me, I don't know if you guys ever watched Paranorman, but at the end of Paranorman, I've heard it a million times because it's Ashton's favorite movie. I watched that as many times as I watched Coraline. There's a song that's Little Ghost, and it just says Little Ghost over and over and over again. And that's all I think about when I see Laurel in that little outfit running around in front of the stage. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. I'm going to send you off on a raid now. Everybody have a good day, and I will see you later. Let's see. Who's live right now? Oh, Mom and I Flip. What? It's been a hot minute since we saw Mom and I Flip. They're selling crafters and bead bundles. I don't know. I think we're going to go to. Let's go to Amy. It's been a while since we went and saw Amy. Let's go see Amy, and I will see you guys later.